Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained, no.
See you later then.
But you're not, you can't go through there.
You're harassing me.
I'm not harassing you.
I'm trying to walk away. Okay, I'm going to go this way instead then.
No, if you...
So if you... No, I'm going to go to the bus stop. Okay? Leave me alone. Alright, are you guys here for me?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, why? Can you maintain your distance there?
Can. Of course, yeah.
And also identify yourselves. Did you just switch your camera on?
Yeah.
Alright, please don't delete that. I'll be requesting a copy, alright? Also yours, please don't delete that. I'll be requesting a copy.
Of course.
Alright, can you identify yourselves, please,
officers?
Can I
ask you first, sorry, what was your first name, my friend?
I'm not at liberty to give you that. When you approach a member of the public, you identify yourself. That's your policy, so identify yourself.
Okay. So my name is Simon Tops, Police Constable 693, Simon Tops, Avon, Somerset Police.
And yours is?
My colleague.
5512, Josh Burnell.
Alright, and what crime have I committed, or do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, what are you being so hostile?
I'm not being hostile, I'm just asking you, because when police approach me, police come to deal with crimes, do they not?
Not necessarily, no.
What do they come to deal with? Civil matters?
Well, we're here to prevent crime.
So what crime do you suspect me of about to commit?
Not suggesting you're committing a crime at all.
All right then.
What was your first name, so I can talk to you on first name basis?
No, it's fine. I'm not going to give you that.
Okay. Are you filming at the moment?
I am indeed, for my own protection.
What's the purpose of you filming?
My own purpose.
Right.
They approach him without introducing themselves or explaining the situation. Ed even has to ask them to identify themselves, which already shows how casually they stepped into the interaction. Instead of answering the obvious question, what offense do you suspect? They quickly switch to calling him hostile. That word gets used far too easily when someone simply asks officers to justify why they are there. Asking for grounds is not aggression. It is just asking them to meet the standard they are supposed to follow before engaging with someone. If they truly believe an offense had taken place, they should be able to explain it immediately.
Can I ask why you're here at the...
Can I ask you a question? Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained, no.
See you later then.
But you can't go through there.
I just asked the gentleman if I could go through and he said yeah.
Chris?
Did you not just tell me the way to the bus station?
You did ask me where the bus, sorry.
And left at the machine and all the way down?
I did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just...
No, you can't actually.
Okay, well, whilst you're walking, I'll just make it quite
clear. Are you following me?
I'm not following you.
You're harassing me.
I'm not harassing you.
I'm trying to walk away. Okay, I'm going to go this way instead then.
No, if you...
So if you... No, I'm going to go to the bus stop. Okay? Leave me alone. Alright?
Okay, that's fine. If you make your way to the bus stop, that'd be great.
I'm not going. You're not going to follow me.
What?
Which way are you going?
Sorry?
Which way are you going?
Look, if you don't want me to follow...
I'm just asking you which way you're going.
I'm not here to call...
I'm just asking you which way you're going.
It doesn't matter which way I go. I can go whichever way I like. I'm not being...
Alright, I'll wait for you to go then.
I'm not being dictated to by you.
Do you know your oath?
Where I go. Alright?
Do you know your oath?
Yeah, I do.
Can you say it to me?
No.
I'll start you off.
I'm not going to say it to you.
I'll start you off.
I'm not here to justify my actions.
No, you're here to uphold the law.
I am.
Have I broken it?
Not at the moment you haven't.
So leave me alone.
They tell him he is not detained. So he does exactly what someone who is not detained has a right to do and starts to leave. That is when the tone suddenly changes. Now they begin asking where he is going and follow behind him as if his freedom only exists in theory. It cannot work both ways. Either someone is free to go or their movement is being restricted. Then it becomes about ego. Ed asks the officer to repeat his oath. Not for drama, but as a reminder of the standard he is supposed to follow. The officer refuses and says he does not have to justify himself. That line says a lot about the situation. Policing is not a private club where explanations are optional.
It isn't consensual.
That's fine.
Policing by consent, leave me alone.
Okay, off you go then.
No, I will go.
Nice day.
I will go when I'm ready.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Have a nice day.
I will. I'm actually having a lovely day.
Okay. If you could make your way to the bus station, though,
Why?
that would be great.
Why?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not here.
So why do you keep telling me what to do?
I'm not telling you what to do.
You are. You just said make your way to the bus station. Like, what right? Can I just ask you, what right do you have to tell me what to do when I haven't broken the law?
Okay.
You haven't got a right to tell me what to do when I haven't broken the law. So stop trying to bully me.
I'm not trying to bully
you. Yes, you are. You're trying to tell me what to do.
I'm trying to find out why you're walking around a university
because
with a camera.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm allowed to.
Okay.
Photography is not a crime.
Some of this university is private premises.
No, it's not.
It is.
Do you know? Are you familiar with Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. But you should be.
Okay.
Because it's the law.
Okay.
Which says at the material time of operating, the public are allowed access, whether upon payment or not.
To where?
Anywhere that is open. This is a public space. These lines were painted by the council.
The tone slowly turns into quiet bullying. Orders are given as if authority alone automatically makes them lawful. When that approach does not work, the officer falls back on saying it's private premises, as if confidence alone makes it true. Ed does not react emotionally. Instead, he focuses on the legal structure. He asks whether the officer knows Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, which recognizes access rights in places where the public are normally allowed to be. The officer admits he is not familiar with it. That moment is important. An officer trying to enforce boundaries he cannot legally explain is relying on assumption rather than knowledge. Ed then points out the council road markings that show public highway indicators, which do not exist on truly restricted land.
You're mistaken.
No,
This part of
I'm
this
not.
university is private property.
Can I just ask you
There
another
is
something?
public access.
If I was to
part
say
of
to
the
you,
university.
if I was to say to you, I'm not going anywhere, what could you do?
Sorry?
If I was to say to you, I'm not going to leave now, what could you do?
Well, I don't intend to do anything.
You
at the
couldn't.
moment.
You couldn't do anything because I haven't broken the law. When those guys rang you and reported a crime, what you should have said to them is, "It's not breaking
They
the
have
law."
reported a crime.
What did they do?
Reported a suspicious person filming at a
suspicion-
university campus.
Is photography a crime? You're recording. You're
Well,
recording.
I don't know.
You guys,
How
let me
do
just
I know
say, you,
that you're not filming for terrorist
do you know?
purposes?
You see that on your uniform?
Yep.
That thin blue line thing.
How
That is
do
an utter disgrace.
How do I know?
You disgrace the country with that.
How do I know that you're not filming for terrorist purposes?
So we go.
for example?
So we go on what we do know, what we don't, not what we don't.
Well, not necessarily.
No,
That's again
so-
where you're wrong. Isn't
Okay.
It?
So what reasonable suspicion do you have that I'm a terrorist,
Well,
sir?
you're filming a university campus.
So you're
with a
trying to get me
camera.
on Section 43.
No, I'm not.
So why did you mention it then?
Well, because I'm just explaining that you seem to think that I can only act when a crime's been reported. but
No. You're more than willing to come up to me and ask me.
Yeah.
If you can articulate reasonable suspicion that I may be a terrorist,
Well, you're walking around a university campus with a camera. And
This is a unit.
And you won't explain why.
but I don't have to.
Security reporting him as suspicious does not magically turn lawful filming into a crime. It only means someone did not like the appearance of it. When Ed asks a simple question, is recording itself illegal? They avoid answering because they cannot say yes. Instead, they jump to, how do we know you're not filming for terrorist purposes? That is not suspicion based on facts. It is speculation pushed to the worst possible scenario. Ed's response cuts straight through it. Policing should be based on what officers know, not on what they can imagine. If the only thing they can point to is someone holding a camera in a place open to public, then they have not shown suspicion of a crime. They have only shown discomfort with being filmed.
Well, then that gives me suspicion of what your activity is.
So you think I'm a terrorist? You have reasonable suspicion that I am up to terrorist activities.
I don't know why you're...
I'm not engaged in any
why are you
hostile
filming?
reconnaissance because I can, as my rights allow me to. Is this not a free country?
Yeah, but...
So, and am I not allowed to own a camera?
You are allowed to
You're
own a camera.
filming. What's the difference between
You're
you
allowed
and
to own a
I?
camera and you're allowed to film.
And what's
And
the
I'm
difference
not-
between you
and
and...
I'm not preventing you
why,
from doing that.
But why
I'm
are you
not
accusing me of
asking
being
for
a
camera.
terrorist then?
I'm not accusing you of being
Well, why
a
are you saying I'm
terrorist.
suspicious?
I'm just saying there are some concerns about your
What concerns?
nature of why you're filming
What
in an empty
concerns?
university.
What concerns?
But then it gives me suspicion for why you're here with a camera.
Suspicion is not a crime.
No, but it gives me grounds to do certain things if I feel it necessary.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you.
So what do you mean
explaining
then?
what the law is.
Well, you don't know the law because that's not
Well,
right.
I think I do.
Well, tell me what reasonable suspicion you have.
Well, why are you filming a university when it's
I'm not
closed
telling you.
with a camera?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, well then I'm suspicious.
That's fine. You can be suspicious.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
But then I can also act on that suspicion
No, you
if
can't.
I feel it appropriate.
You can. Yeah, you can, and I'll sue you.
Okay, well, but that's my decision.
Yeah, I know, and you'll lose your job.
Well, I'm not doing that, am I?
No, because you're scared
But
to.
you're not helping our cause.
I don't
here,
have
are
to
you?
help you.
Ed keeps repeating the same point because the officers keep acting as if it has not already been explained. Filming in a public access area is not illegal just because someone dislikes it. He also highlights the obvious contradiction. The officers are standing there recording him while suggesting that his camera is suspicious. That hypocrisy matters because it shows the real issue is not recording itself. The issue is who is holding the camera. Then the officer says, my suspicions give me grounds to do certain things. That is where things become concerning. Suspicion is not unlimited authority. It must be reasonable, specific, and connected to an actual offense.
I don't have to help you, do I?
You don't have to.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, okay. I think we understand where we are.
I know where I understand where I am. I know the
understand
law.
where I
You
am.
don't. You those gentlemen over there, the guys who called the police, whoever called the police, I suggest you go and speak to them about Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, making a false report, because that's wasting police time, which is actually a criminal offence.
Okay. It's been nice talking to you. If you're heading towards the bus stop, then
I'll go wherever I like.
Have a lovely day.
I'll go wherever
well,
I
you
like.
won't go wherever you like.
I will indeed.
Because parts of this.
I'll go anywhere that
university-
is publicly accessible. I will go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one will stop me.
Yeah.
Not those guys up there. Not you guys
But what
either.
you need to understand at the moment.
I don't need to understand
just say
anything.
that
I know the
you're
law.
clear Is so do I.
Yeah, no you don't.
So do I. Okay.
You don't. You don't even
This
know
is a-
what Criminal
this-
Justice Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act
This is-
1972 is.
this-
Do you know it?
This is a
You need to know
private.
the ins and outs.
Of course you know. Of course, if you're gonna uphold the law, you have to know the ins and outs of the law. How can you tell me that you don't have to know the ins and outs
Okay.
of the law, but then you're here to uphold it? How does that make sense?
Ed does not only defend himself, he also shifts attention to another issue. He points out that if anyone may have crossed a line, it could be the person who made the exaggerated report. Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967 deals with knowingly giving false information that wastes police time. Yet the officers completely ignore that point. That is revealing. They are quick to question him, but not the person who made complaint. Then comes a line, "You can't go wherever you like," which only works if they can clearly define a lawful boundary. Ed explains that he is standing in a space that is open to the public. Instead of properly addressing that, one officer simply says, "You don't need to know the ins and outs of the law." That is not a small issue. It is an admission that authority is being used without fully understanding the legal limits behind it.
You're even in Somerset Constabulary, innit?
Okay.
Absolute joke.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
I haven't enjoyed myself, actually. You've ruined my day. So go away now, please.
Parts of the university are private premises. There are public access routes.
I won't go anywhere that is private. I haven't been anywhere that's private, and I will not go anywhere that's private. As you could probably understand from the way I speak, I know exactly what I'm doing, sir. I know the laws that surround what I'm doing. I don't appreciate you accusing me of being a terrorist.
Well,
What's your number
I've
again?
not accused you of being a terrorist. I've explained.
693. You threatened
No,
me.
I
You
haven't.
said, "Oh, now I've got reason."
I've not threatened
Mate,
you
listen,
at all.
the camera doesn't lie.
I've not threatened you.
The
at
camera
all.
doesn't
You
lie.
can play your camera back.
I will. I'll be playing.
I've
I'll
not
be playing
threatened
it to your
you at all.
superior.
I'm just explaining that if you're filming an empty university that's actually closed at the moment to the university is actually closed. All right, to the students. It's
I'm not a
closed-
student.
It's closed to staff.
I'm not staff.
So why are you here?
I'm a member of the public, and I'm in a publicly accessible area.
Right.
That's why I'm
Okay.
here.
Well, that's fine. If you want to film
I know it's fine.
in open public spaces.
Yeah, and I'm allowed.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
you won't be filming inside buildings.
I don't want to film inside
okay?
a building.
And if you trespass in private property,
It's a civil matter. Are you telling me that you're going to do something for a civil matter?
I will do. 'Cause
Okay. Oh, so okay.
When the officer shifts the conversation to the idea that if Ed trespasses and record inside buildings, he will have to take action, he is bringing up a situation that has not even happened. It is an attempt to justify pressure in the current moment. Basic trespass is normally a civil matter between a property owner and the person on the land. It is not automatically a police issue unless there are specific aggravating circumstances. Officers cannot threaten enforcement based on a hypothetical civil dispute. Ed is not inside a building. He has not bypassed security, and he has not refused any lawful direction connected to a clear legal power.
It's another
security
complaint.
asks you to leave a private
They
premises
haven't,
and you
but I
refuse,
haven't been on private property.
and you refuse
But I haven't
to,
been on private property.
then I'll have
Sir,
to consider
listen.
my powers under the breach of the peace.
Oh, so now you're threatening me for a crime that listen. What part of my behaviour is threatening or abusive?
Well, nothing at the moment.
Okay, so don't threaten me with something that
I'm not
hasn't
threatening
happened
you.
or that isn't going to
I
happen.
also
You
know
are.
the
That's
law.
no. Listen, you're
Okay.
just threatening me with breach of the peace when a breach of the peace isn't going to happen
Well,
because
one
I'm
of
not
my
acting in.
fundamental roles is to prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah, but there's going to be no breach of the peace because I'm not acting in
That's
threatening
correct.
or abusive
So
behaviour.
All I'm saying is don't go into private
I could-
premises,
listen,
don't film in the
how many
buildings.
times do you want to say that?
Okay, otherwise...
How many times do you want to say that, considering the fact that I said...
And then I'll have to support them to prevent a breach of the peace, is all I'm saying.
That's fine. You
And
could
that's
do.
me knowing my law.
That's fine. You could do that, but
Yeah,
I promise
can,
you that if the course of action that you've just stated happens, I'll sue you,
Well, that's fine. You're entitled to sue
and I'm
me.
going to make a complaint. 3 complaints in this 8 minutes 46 seconds, and 3 complaints about you. You're smart for keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You can complain.
See you later, then, guys. Go.
Okay.
Be gone.
Then the officer suddenly mentions breach of the peace as if using the phrase will add weight to the situation. That power exists for serious circumstances where violence is likely to happen or someone is genuinely at risk. Ed asks the most important question in that moment. What have I done that's threatening or abusive? The officer answers, none at the moment. That response ends the argument. You cannot warn someone about breach of the peace while also admitting there is no threatening behavior. If there is no aggression, no abusive conduct, no crowd forming, and no rising tension, then bringing up breach of the peace is not preventative policing.
There's no need to be rude.
I'm not being rude.
Okay.
Plus, is rudeness a crime? Is it a free country? If I would like to be rude, I'm well within my rights to be rude.
Okay.
Okay? So go away, please, and leave me alone. You're harassing me.
Okay, that's fine. Thank
All
you
right?
very much.
Go away now. Told me I can't record in there, so now I'm going to have to walk round. You inform these guys that photography is not a crime as well, yeah? You educate these guys on the law. No, you're here. You're a public servant. You're here to uphold the law.
Yeah.
These guys have broken the law by filing a false report.
They have.
Okay. Yes, they have.
Okay.
Yes, they have. They reported a crime when there wasn't a crime being committed. They made a false report. It is a breach of Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, and you are failing in your job right now,
Okay.
officer,
Well,
constable.
Thanks very much. It's been very nice talking to you. If you can maintain yourself on the public places,
I'll go wherever
okay,
I like. Thank you.
You know what my position is.
I'll
in
go
relation
wherever.
to
Yeah, you made threats. You made a threat of
I've not made a
arrest.
threat.
You did. You made an illegal threat of arrest. Bullies, guys.